These are the ones we're going to harvest. This is the cilantro coriander, and it is done. And basically what I'm doing is clipping all the plants off down close to the root, and then I'll pull them up and throw this one away because that's a bad one. That's one that's not good either. And the rest of them I'm going to save. Now the reason I'm saving them is because at the top here are the coriander seeds. And right now they're not ripe. These are the herbs that I harvested, the coriander. And there's still some stuff in here that I need to get rid of. So I'll do that first. That's these already dead plants, and we'll get rid of those. And then what I'm going to do is trim these down a little bit, and we'll put them into a bag. And when we do that, the seeds will dry out. These are drying out. See how they're turning brown? And that's what we want. We want to harvest the brown seeds. Now, the reason you plant them while they're still green is so that you can put them in a bag. You can put them in a bag, and when you do that, then they dry out and they'll fall to the bottom of the bag. So I have to clip a lot of these stems off of here because there's just too many of them. Actually, this is a kind of a double herb. The leaves of it are what some herbalists call foul smelling, but that's actually cilantro, and it's really not foul smelling to me. It has kind of a fresh smell, but some people think it's really foul. So, as a matter of fact, one of my favorite herbalists thinks it's foul, and that was Rosetta Clarkson. She thought it was very foul, and she said she did not like touching the leaves, but she didn't grow it for cilantro because she didn't have a use for cilantro, I guess, in her day, but because that was about 60 or 70 years ago. All these cut, and I've made them into a bunch, a big bunch. When they talk bunches of herbs and stuff, this is what they're talking about. Grabbing a big bunch of herbs from your herb garden, or whether it's indoors or outdoors. If you're harvesting them indoors, it's probably a little easier because you probably won't try to get as big a bunch, because you can always go back to your herb garden indoors and get another bunch. But outdoors, you usually go ahead and harvest something that's kind of big like this. Okay, now what I'm going to do with this is I've got a paper bag here, and my son found a caterpillar that was crawling on this this coriander, and it fell off on the table. Now it's wandering along. It's really a pretty one. I try not to kill these, even if they're bad. I'll let some other critter come along and take them make them as a meal if that's what they want to do. Now what I've got to do is get these herbs into this bag. That's what I'm going to do. I'll put them in the bag, and then I close the bag up around them, and I'll take some string when I go inside and tie this off, and then I can hang this in a cool, dark place and let it go for a while and check on it periodically. And what will happen is these little balls, and I have some here that have fallen off already. That's pretty typical. And here they are, right there. That's what we're looking for. That's coriander. Now, coriander is a very useful herb because it's used in a lot of different recipes. One of the things that people who bake really great apple pies do is put some coriander in the apple pie, or the cherry pie, or if it's a fruit pie. For some reason, the coriander really brings out the flavor. So that's one use for it. There are other uses as well. If you look up coriander, and I'm going to be writing an article on it, and I'll provide you with some recipes and some information about it. It's a really useful herb because it's actually two different herbs in one. Coriander, which is right here, and the cilantro, which is the leaves, which you use in salsa and different things like that. It's used extensively in Mexican, Asian cooking, and it's a very useful herb. So I'm going to go hang this up, and that's it.